Wow, flash flood, where you witness the fury of nature. Devastating flash floods, destructive super typhoons, terrifying landslides. The force of nature is relentless and unpredictable. Nature can be beautiful, but it can also be brutal and uncontrollable. Each video is a dramatic story, revealing breathtaking moments where humans face the primal power of the earth and sky. Like and subscribe now to not miss the most amazing moments. Support the channel so we can continue to bring you realistic, emotional, and captivating footage.
Kansas Ave. A Category 5 tornado ripped through in just 7 minutes, reducing an entire town to rubble. Winds over 300 kilometers per hour, 186 miles per hour, launched containers and snapped power poles like toothpicks. The wind didn't come from one direction, it came from every direction, all at once.
Hurricanes, the destructive power of nature. Strong storms with winds of up to hundreds of kilometers per hour can flatten an entire city. Don't try to play superhero against storms. Tips. If the wind is so strong that the motorbike runs without a driver, it's best to go inside immediately and lock the door tightly.
Texas, USA. A brutal hailstorm hit in less than 10 minutes. Hailstones the size of oranges pierced metal roofs, shattered car windows, and snapped branches like they were chopped by axes. This wasn't just a hailstorm. It was an icy bombardment from the sky. Why is the US the epicenter of hailstorms and severe weather? Extreme climate diversity. The US has it all: deserts, plains, snowy mountains, and oceans. Hot and cold air masses collide, creating the perfect recipe for storms, hail, and tornadoes. Tornado Alley. Cold air from Canada slams into warm air from Mexico, causing violent atmospheric clashes that spawn tornadoes and superstorms. Climate change. Rising global temperatures disrupt moisture levels and atmospheric dynamics, making storms stronger, wilder, and less predictable. It's not just the US. When nature gets angry, the whole world shakes.
Catastrophic floods, when water submerges everything. In just a few hours, a flood can turn your streets into Venice, but you don't have a boat. Tip: if you see fish swimming in front of your house, don't wait for a crocodile to appear. Find higher ground immediately. Landslide. When the whole mountain falls down, A giant wall of rock and soil can slide down faster than you can meet your deadline. Tip: if you hear a rumbling sound that isn't coming from your hungry stomach, run as fast as you can and don't look back.
Next, let's explore another facet of nature, where astonishing wonders are always waiting just ahead. These are the moments where nature puts on a show, yet they're also truly terrifying. If you love these intense videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Wow Flash Flood to catch the next jaw-dropping moments. Which scene did you like the most? Comment below.